Another problem we found is that there were dark purple spots in the top of the purple candle. This is caused by not mixing in the dye chip for long enough. When you dip the dye chip into the hot wax, it will take a little bit of time for it to completely melt. And you need to completely mix it into the wax and make sure that it has completely mixed before you pour your candle. If you don't, then small bits, small pieces of this dye chip will go into the wax, float to the bottom, and then when you take your candle out, you will find the dark spots on the top of the candle. So it's important to heat the wax for about 5 to 10 minutes after you put in the dye chip, and to stir very carefully. You can also take a flashlight and use the flashlight to look into the pitcher of hot wax and make sure that the dye chip has completely melted and is completely mixed into the wax. Okay, so now we get to start making some candles. As you can see, I've already set up 2 of the molds, and I have 1 more to set up. And you'll see that I am actually preparing 3 molds for 1 bag of wax. For September production, we are only going to make the smaller candle, the 10 centimeter candle. This is a different size than the candle that we produced for the pilot. Here you can see is the mold that you received with your kits. And then this is the mold that we just shipped to you with the supplies that just arrived in August. So because the candles are smaller, you can actually make 3 of them with 1 bag of wax and 1 dye chip. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to put the dye chip into the wax. Right here you see I've been melting the wax in the double boiler with the screen on top. The wax is about 85 degrees Celsius, and so I'm going to put 1 dye chip into the wax and let it melt. Now I'm going to put the screen back on top just to keep everything clean. And we'll let that melt for a moment while I finish putting the wick in the 3rd mold.